Hi everybody, how's it going? This is a sitcom and I just walked in. Okay. Welcome to the May edition of What I Watched. Coming directly after the April one because I'm a depressed, lazy human who should make more content at a more consistent pace. But alas. I started off the month of May by watching a film directed by Alice Wu. I had my eye on it for a while because I really loved her film Saving Face, so I was very interested to see the half of it, her new film that just came out on Netflix. And I enjoyed it probably more than Saving Face. Yeah, I really liked the direction that the film took. The way it dealt with all of the relationships, platonic and otherwise, in the film was very graceful. It kind of captured the sameness of life as a teenager. Like, there was so much going on, but at the same time, nothing, because the main character is such an overthinker, and I really liked that. I could relate to that. I recommend it. I love my LGBT films. I try to keep my eye out for upcoming ones, and this was an okay one from Netflix. Not the best, but it was okay. I watched another recent release on Netflix called Love, Wedding, Repeat, and it was awful. And it wasn't due to the fact that heteronormativity genuinely repulses me, it just wasn't good. That guy from the bad Danny Boyle movie is in this too. I couldn't see anyone liking this film that likes films on any level. That's really harsh. Then I watched a recent documentary called A Secret Love. And wow, it was so wholesome. It was such, like, it warmed my heart the whole way through. But it was also kind of heartbreaking at the same time. It had this very drawn out pacing and then kind of concluded with intertextiles with very significant things that could have gone with documenting. It was a wholesome watch. I did really enjoy the documentary, but there was no style. It felt more like a really high production, like, YouTube documentary, which actually kind of makes sense because I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the documentary was partially made by someone very close to them, which gives it that kind of personal feel that YouTube content would. So maybe that's where that's coming from, but yeah, I still enjoyed it. What is going on? What is what is that? We're just gonna ignore that. Then lastly, I concluded the 1st of May with a film I love so much. I rewatched Portrait of a Lady on Fire. My god, I love that movie. I fucking love Portrait of a Lady on Fire. It is probably my favorite LGBT plus film ever, like, that I've ever seen, and I've seen a fair few. It's a film that for some reason just really grips me, especially in the last 10 minutes, without fail, every time I watch it. And matching the title of the film, every shot looks like a painting. The use of color is amazing in, like, such subtle ways, like very mundane colors, not necessarily vibrant, but just, I remember in my original review for this film, I wrote, I'll never look at a bonfire the same way again. I'll never look at fire the same way again. This film is beautiful. The women in this film are beautiful. The women behind this film are beautiful. This film, chef's kiss. Then on the 2nd, I watched a film called Duck Butter. It was just on my Netflix list for a very long time, and I was like, fuck it, I might as well watch it. I enjoyed it. The really dramatic tone of the relationship between the couple in the film just kind of made me feel uncomfortable. Like those, oh, I'm sorry, microphone. That kind of unhealthy relationship that they developed so quickly really made me uncomfortable. I don't know why, but it just struck something within me and just, like, made me want to look away from what was unfolding, which is a testament to their acting, I guess. But yeah, I don't think I would rewatch it just for the fact that it made me uncomfortable. That's all I have to say about Duck Butter. Then I rewatched The Hunt. I talked about it in my last video. I loved that movie. It was so fun. Like, The Hunt was great. Then on the 5th, I watched Won't You Be My Neighbor, the documentary about Fred Rogers. And honestly, like, damn, it's one thing to be, like, such a nice person, and it's one thing to stay that nice person while in, like, the spotlight of media and generally being someone people look at. Fred Rogers just seemed like an all-round nice person. Like, it wasn't an act. And sometimes it's, like, just nice to see, you know? And the way he approached, like, child psychology, I found particularly interesting. But the film didn't really touch on it at all. It was very surface level. But I get it. It was more of a documentary about Fred and about his life and his career. And I can respect that. But yeah, I really enjoyed this documentary. And I think maybe, like, people of the internet culture these days can probably take something from him and the relationship he carried with his audience, because it was a very personal one, especially with kids. So yeah, we could take something from Fred Rogers today in the internet in this sphere. Is that too deep? It's not too deep. It's not. That's my opinion. I'm not going to apologize for it. Then directly after that, I watched District 9, which, big contrast, but I fucking love this film. It's not the first time I've seen District 9. I watched it for an exam so I could talk about it in an essay, and I just love this film. All of the subtle interwoven details between, like, what the film's tackling and the apartheid movement in South Africa to, like, just the performances and the consistent balance of, like, genuine funny humor throughout the film was perfect. I loved it. And it's criminal that this was Neil Blomkamp's directorial debut. Like, how do you succeed so well? Like, how does... I can't even form a coherent sentence, I'm that blown away. But towards the latter end of the month, I watched a Netflix documentary I was adamant to see upon its release. Have a Good Trip. Adventures in Psychedelics. It was Nick Offerman and Adam Scott's involvement in the documentary that perked my interest to begin with, because I've said it before on this channel, I'll say it again. Parks and Rec is my favourite TV show of all time, straight up. Parks and Rec. Oh, Parks and Rec, go. We love Parks and Rec. We love Leslie Knope. We love Pawnee. I did enjoy the documentary, and I think it did a pretty decent job of balancing, like, the bad trip stories and the good trip stories. It didn't go overboard on either kind of agendas or experiences. And it's kind of odd to see them feature people in the doc who notoriously had relationships with drugs, whether they were good or bad. It's not for me to say, but the likes of Anthony Bourdain and Carrie Fisher. I think that by far the person with the most interesting things to say in the documentary was Deepak Chopra. Yeah, he was, like, such a cool doctor. Like, what the hell, man? When I go to the GP, I want to see him in those sunglasses. Just being that and being cool. And I liked the animation for the most part, but I didn't vibe with the live reenaction skits. They just kind of made the stories that were being told by whoever they were feel kind of somewhat disingenuous, even though they probably weren't. But the visuals just kind of took away from that, for me, personally. It's just my opinion. But yeah, it was a good documentary. I definitely recommend it. It's one of the better documentaries I've seen in a while, stylistically, for sure. It's beautiful. So yeah. So I recommend it. It was a fun watch. Then I think this might be the first show I binged this year. I watched all of Normal People. Fuck me, what a show. Like, I knew it was going to be good going into it because, I mean, Ireland has erupted with positive reviews for the show. It has been praised worldwide since its release. But yeah, it's worth the hype. It was great. And yeah, as an Irish person, it's special to see where is familiar to you be represented so accurately. But I feel like there's definitely moments and events that as people, but particularly as Irish people and teenagers and young people, we can relate to, and I think that's special. What else? Oh, one last thing. I can't stress this enough about Normal People. Fuck the Swedish guy. Like, fuck him. after Normal People, I watched a short film by a young Irish filmmaker called Cal Arnold called Pirates. His name's Cal Arnold, and the film's called Pirates. His name's not Pirates. Imagine if it was, though. That'd be sick. I loved it. It felt very Sing Street inspired, but I love Sing Street, so I love that. The typography, like, in post-production, with the titles and the likes, it threw me off a bit, because I'm pretty sure they're editing templates that I've seen across YouTube. But that's, like, my only criticism. He's very talented for his age, and I think you should go watch his videos and a short film. I actually met Cal once at, like, Crack On, when he had a Minecraft channel. I might have had no, I had a commentary channel. Oh. This house has people in it was something else, like, damn. I still haven't brought myself around to watching one of the hour-long analysis videos of it, because I want to understand what I saw, but I don't. But yeah, it's a short film that you should go watch, and if you like it, it will lead you down a rabbit hole, and that's a warning, but sometimes people want to go down rabbit holes, you know. I started rewatching Orphan Black, because it is a show that I have seen before, but I watched up to, like, the first 2 or 3 episodes of season 5, so I've never finished it, but it'd been so long since I'd seen any of it, so to finish it, I wanted to rewatch it, and I don't regret anything. Tatiana is one of the most talented actresses I've seen in a long time, from Sarah, to Allison, to Cosima, to fucking Crystal, to Beth, and, like, Katja, Helena, oh my god, I cannot forget Helena, what a queen. Like, so many characters she has played and pulled them off so differently. Each of those characters she's defined with their own movements and quirks, and, like, she's just very talented, and it's amazing to watch on screen. Then I took a break from Orphan Black before going on to season 5, and I watched the first 2 seasons of Killing Eve. I don't regret anything. It was an amazing show. The soundtrack was way better than I expected it to be. Like, I knew it was going to be good going into it. It was 3 seasons in, and I'd seen the response it had gotten, but, like, damn, it was really good. Sandra Oh, more like, Sandra, oh my god, you are beautiful, you are graceful, you are iconic, you are amazing. Keep doing what you are doing, girl. I love your energy, and I will support you till the day I die. Or the day you die. Because you'll probably die before me. Just facts. Jodie Comer, more like, Jodie, come on! How are you this talented? It's not fair! I don't know. It's a great show. I would complain about gay bait, but, like, it's not really gay bait. They are all kind of gay. Yeah, as unhealthy as the relationship would be, I want them to be together. I want them to be together. But yeah, it was a great TV show. Some of my favorite, like, comedic one-liners in TV, full stop, have come out of my viewing of the first 2 seasons. I have a proposal, actually. You know what? Yeah, okay, we're gonna do this now. I have a proposal. A film starring Tatiana, Jodie Comer, and then, like, maybe Cameron Bicardova as, like, Jodie Comer's, like, sister, like, younger little sister. And in between those 2 shows, I did most definitely rewatch Glee, partially. I'm sorry, it's a great show to me. I loved Glee, and I still love Glee. I watch it all the time, I quote it all the time. I mean, Glee has such a cult following nowadays, I really don't need to justify why I like Glee. Then on the 31st of May, I watched Up in Smoke for the first time while I was, It was a great experience. I've never seen the person who I watched it with laugh so much, and that to me was just hilariously entertaining. I really want to wear Cheech's, like, I want Cheech's outfit from that film. Like, I would wear that. Like, now. Well, maybe not now. I haven't got the summer bod for the crop top, but, like, give me, like, a month, and I'll wear it. I love everything about this film, from the fucking poster that Letterboxd chose to use, to the costume design, to the cast, to the comedy. It's just ridiculous, it's fun, It's great. Now I've seen Up in Smoke, I might watch the rest of them and then do like a video ranking them all. Maybe, I don't know if you'd want to see that. My expectations for Up in Smoke weren't very high because aside from like a few outliers like Pineapple Express, majority of the like stoner comedy films I have seen, like How High or Mac and Devin Go to High School or fucking Half Baked, they're not good films. I just think you cannot go without appreciating that Up in Smoke came out 42 years ago and it is still hilarious. And that is everything that I watched in May. This is the end. I've drowned and dreamt this moment. Wait, what is the air to Skyfall? Let the sky fall, let it crumble, we will stand tall and face it all together at Skyfall. That's the air of Skyfall, right? Can someone in the comments please tell me if that was the correct air to Skyfall? Thank you, goodbye everybody, hope you had a good time. I don't know, what am I doing?